Competitive landscape, again, we're typically seeing server backup solutions go for about $24 per gig per year when you're talking about backup off-site. Really, really expensive. And our cloud space is separated from the server licenses. So you can use as much cloud space as you want. But again, that base package is $399 for a terabyte and 5 server save licenses. If you divide that up evenly, and let's just call it 1,000 gigs, 1,000 gigabyte terabyte for easy math, 200 gigs per server with a server license costs you, what, about 80 bucks a month, maybe a little less. You know, how many of you are already charging or already paying well over $200 a month for the same solution? You know, if that's your cost, you know, what do you do? Matt asked, since you said you started in Australia, do you have salespeople in Australia who I can deal with? You know, I'm actually not sure on that, but if you call on our partner specialists, they can let you know. But we do work with Australian customers regularly. So Australia, New Zealand, I know you both love each other. You know, Ireland, UK, and we handle all of those customers from here in our US office. If you have country-specific needs for where your data is going to be hosted, be sure to let your partner specialists know, and we can make that happen. When you go country-specific, you lose the dual off-site redundancy, so the multiple data centers, but we are backing up the data regardless. Dan asks, $399 for 1 terabyte, what is the cost to add more space and by what increments? You know, you really are best off to talk to our partner specialists about that. So that's just the base price though, you know, less than 400 bucks a month, or 400 bucks a month, let's call it, and you get a terabyte of cloud space and 5 server seats. I mean, it's hard to find a better deal than that. Okay, so as a visual for what we're looking at, this small segment when the file and folder backup is who we used to compete against. But with the emergence of the managed service market, we found that really it really wasn't meeting our ambition. You know, our ambition is to give you an end-to-end solution. So we added server safe technology with the image-based backup recovery, exchange granular recovery, and now we're playing in this box. And if you notice, we're the only company who's really across the board, you know, a hand in each cookie jar, so to speak. So we're really the only one who's giving you a solution for mobile devices, laptop fleets, workstations, servers, you know, SQL backup, Exchange backup, and no additional modules. You know, it just handles what you need it to handle. We price based off of, you know, with the idea that you're going to use everything to its fullest potential. We don't price based off the idea that users are only going to use, you know, 10 gigs of data if they're business users and 40 if they're home users. You know, we're giving you just a real upfront pricing. So with your Exchange granular recovery, each license comes with up to 50 seats, and beyond that, you know, you talk to your partner specialist about adding additional seats to that. And by seats, I mean mailboxes. What is the minimum gigabyte per account? 1. All right, let's open up the software. Any questions about what we've gone through so far, just go ahead and enter those now. I'm going to load up a remote session into a Windows 2008 R2 VM, and we can see what this thing is going to do for us. Warren asks, how do we get to the deck once we've gone to the managed onlinebackup.com website? Program deck right there on the front screen. You know, let's just walk through it real quickly and show you what it looks like. So this is the Premier Web Integration package, just the front screen. So what this means is we're going to ask you to choose from one of our templates. If you want, you can, if you have a web design that you already like, you know, we can take that design as long as it's in CSS, HTML styles. You send us all that information, and then we'll match it to this application so that it looks and feels like, you know, whatever you want. If you don't have a design you already like, but you don't like the templates, then we do have a strategic partner that we go through for design, and they've been working with us for over a year now, and they know exactly what you need and what you're looking for. You can get a fully customized from scratch new designed website built on top of this web application, the Premier Web Integration Package, for as little as $400 or $500, and some of them look really nice. Let me see if I can Miro Cloud Safe. It's one of them. I hope this is one of them. I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, so here's one. So here's one that was recently done. This is the Premier Web Integration Package, but with a from-scratch custom skin. And they got 5 pages plus a full built-out CMS, content management system, where they can add pages as they feel like. They can edit the content. But, all this stuff was included for, $4.99. So if you want to do that, you can do that over time, or you can do that right off the bat. But it's, our partner really is very good at what they do. So you can go to them if you're looking to create a new brand, or you just want something real nice and sexy like that. But here's the basic template. If you come to this link right here, Program Deck, that's how you can download the presentation we just went over. We also have a disaster study, a really ugly sample risk registry. There's no formatting to it, but it gives you the information that you would need to understand what a risk registry is. And again, more information about that, PMI.org, Project Management Institute. Great reference for getting some nice formal documentation around what you've already been offering. But it helps with the sale with managed services. And then we also have the recorded training link here. So we have recorded training. It's going to pull up to actually one of our new products, SOS Collaborate, which is more in the market against like a Dropbox. And you have different trainings that you can view. When you look at these trainings, they are recorded and converted by GoToMeeting. So if you get an error that you don't have the supported codec, just go to gotomeeting.com/codec, or just search in any Bing, Google, whatever it is, for GoToMeeting codec, and then you just download and install that, and it'll work fine. The advanced tech training is quite long. It's about 2 hours. First half goes through the admin section, which we'll show you in a minute, and then the second half goes through the software. So here we have this. We have our sign-up page that's included, so you can charge whatever you like for that. Again, not real backup account offers, demo purposes only. Get your terms of service, this whole thing. So you got some boilerplate terms of service here. You just got to make sure you go through and edit the content so it's your business name and however you're registered through. If I go to log in here, well, first let's start off with a proper dashboard. So when you are delivered, you're going to be giving credentials to this dashboard, which right now looks like, oh, gee, look, we're 47 gigabytes over 500. Now, we don't have a hard cutoff on this, so we manage this lightly because we don't want you to stop selling just because you haven't had time to buy more from us, which is a policy some people disagree with, but we like it, and that's how we operate with our partners. It's a little more casual. So we'll call you up and say, hey, you're over your limit. We need to add some more space. What do you want to do? But it gives you all the information here. You have your server seats available, so you go to Manage Licenses. So you have licenses here. Good question for international. Can charges be shown in Great Britain pounds, or does it have to be dollars? On the website right now, it's only dollars, but if you use PayPal or whatever system that you can use, if you can use Authorize.net from the UK, I heard someone could do it, or CDN, your merchant system will do the conversion, but the display on this site is going to be in USD. So, and we hope to have that changed in the next 3 to 6 months or so. We have some other fun, exciting things we're working on first. So you have your licenses available here, so you can just assign a backup account to either have a server license or not have a server license. Regardless of whether a backup account has a server license or not, when you go to install Image Creator or Exchange Granular Recovery, you'll get a free 30-day trial. So you'll be able to use it for 30 days before you really need to come on and get a formal license here. We also link from here to the Pulse Management Portal. So it gives us a list of all the machines that we're currently registered on. It gives us a backup account that's currently recognizing deployments, administrative users, which is actually being removed, so don't worry about that. Events and reporting, so you go to all, let's view all backup sessions. It's going to pull us into this list, and we can segregate or order this list by whatever we want. So date finished, date started, how many errors, number of files transferred, errors. We can go to the details of the session and see the log excerpt here. So once you come onto our sessions, a little more familiar with the service, you can actually understand what's going on here. Thank you, Wayne. It does look great. Call into our partner program. For those of you who need to go, I can go ahead and give you the Kindle code now. It's going to be 37KQ4. Okay, I'll type that in, 37KQ4. So call into our partner specialist. If you go to SOSOnlinebackup.com, number's up there. It's 877-896-3611, extension 1. And you'll be able to contact our partner specialist, give them that Kindle code, give them all your contact information. You'll be entered into the drawing, and we'll announce who wins next week. And also, you can schedule a time to go through a real detailed return on investment. So they're going to look at your current client base, what we estimate on a conservative note to be an adoption rate, how you push it to clients, anything involving, how you can make money on this. And that way we can identify the proper program for you to enter, if at all. So thank you, Donna. So again, 37KQ4. Let's continue going through this. So you're going to add user. It's actually going to pull you into the back end of the Premier Web Package. And again, all we need from you on this is go register a domain that's not being used, and then we'll go through and we'll set this up on this domain. All you have to do is point it to our DNS. We'll install it, set it up, we take care of the SSL and the hosting, and then you'll be ready to go. And that's pretty much it. So you come in, you can add accounts. You can add accounts with or without a credit card being attached. So if you don't want a credit card to be attached, you're billing through a different system, no problem. Go ahead and hit create account here, and you see that there's no billing information being recorded. If you do want to charge them for it, then of course you have the sign up page right here. And then this is probably set up to PayPal right now, so it would link to the PayPal site. Again, for those of you in the U.S., I personally recommend Authorize.net. For those of you outside the U.S., PayPal is going to be your only option. But let us know if you have different systems you want to look to get integrated. We're always looking for other clients like Vendicia or eWay. So let us know what you're using, and we'll be more than happy to take a look at it and put it into a roadmap or just contract it out separately. So we get into the backside of the Premier Web Integration package, and just to highlight this fairly quickly, we have our nav section on the left. So we have our admin settings where you can put in how you want your customers to be able to behave. Do you want them to cancel or not cancel on their own? These types of items. Some global metadata for those of you working on some SEO stuff. Now with this web package, our partners use this quite at a varied rate. Some partners end up liking the web package so much, like the one we saw earlier, that they make it replace their entire website altogether. And they love it, and it's 100% what they're using for web-based traffic and communicating with their customers. More in the middle and probably more common, partners use this as kind of a product site. So linking from, say, acmetechnologies.com, you would link to acmeonlinebackup.com, and this would be your pseudo product website, but not a standalone site. And then we have on the other end, some partners don't use it at all except for the sign-up page and the login page. And some don't even use it for the sign-up page, only for the login. So it's really your prerogative of how much or how little you want to use this package, but we do give you the flexibility to do one of those three things. So the client download link for default download URLs, so that way you can have static URLs that don't change even if the version of the software changes. So if I were to go to managedonlinebackup.com/client/download, that's always going to pull from this part right here. So just another way for things to be simpler for leave behinds, emails, etc. We do update this application regularly. So you just come in here, you can check for updates, and we do this all the time. And a lot of it's based on our partners using it. So that's terrific. A good question on the merchant information. So if we go to view gateways, the question is, do you process that, or do we have to have our own merchant account? You got to have your own merchant account. So right now we've integrated with Authorize.net, PayPal Pro, and PayPal Standard. Again, PayPal Standard I don't recommend unless it's your only option. But Authorize.net is great. PayPal Pro is okay, my opinion, of course. And all you have to do to get this up and running is you come in and you plug in your credentials from the respective merchant system you're looking at, uncheck the sandbox and hit submit, and then you're good to start collecting money for services. Talk to the right people. Steve's got to go. Let me put this up here. Just go to SOSOnlinebackup.com. And the number's right here, 877-896-3611. Just hit extension 1 to go to sales, and you'll hit our partner specialist team. And then they're going to be able to give you all the information, what you need about the program, take your contact information down and your Kindle code, and we're going to get in that, and hope to see you later on. So thank you all. For those of you who can stick around, we're going to be jumping in to the demo shortly here. So along with the gateways, we also have this real nice mailer. You can create different subscription groups, different subscribers based on whatever campaign you want to run. So if you want to create a coupon code that is going to give anyone a 15% discount, then you can create that very simply. If you want to give a coupon code that is a huge discount but limited to the first 10 users, you can do that as well. And you can limit based on number of uses or on a time frame. So month-end special, year-end special, quarter special, whatever it is. And you have this nice mailer where you can create different campaigns based on a coupon code or an announcement, just a general touch to your customers, and really see how you can generate business. And of course, mailing out is one thing, but what about recording the success of it? Well, there's a really nice statistics program that's built in here, and you can narrow it down on a date range, per subscription group, per campaign, or just globally across everything. You can see open rate, click-through rate, email sent, unsubscribed rate, all this good information that's helpful to have. So again, the entry to market is really simplified. All you have to do to get people into this mailer is you plug in first your mailer settings, so information of your email address, and then you would just upload a list of your subscribers. So first column name, second column email address, save as a CSV from Excel, and you're good. Now you have people to email. There's a nice built-in support ticketing system in here as well. Support tickets, just basic thread type of thing. We're not trying to replace really huge support ticketing systems, but it's enough to get it through. And if you have a new addition of your business like passive sales on your website, this is a way that you can take support. Louis asks, can I offer to new customers the first 30 days free? Right now there is no delay payment offer. So no, you can't do that. But that's certainly something that we have in line. That's a good one to put in. So we will be putting that in later updates. We have a full content management system, which is really simple to use. Those of you familiar with WordPress or Joomla, I mean, you're going to just have a ball in here. That's what we were familiar when we built it out. So you have your SEO data here, hit counter, last modified by, created by date, so you can have a little transparency into who's changing what. If we hit editor, it brings us into what's affectionately known as a wiki-whack, or just kind of a visual editor of your web page. And if we look at the main page here, we go to home, we'll see this is what it looks like. Here it is in the editor. So it's very simple to use. You can, if you're more familiar with web design, you can go to the source. I would actually recommend always saving and backing up the source data before you start making any changes. That way you have an easy way to get back to step one. You can manage the menus very simply. So the menus are at the top of the web page, so up here and also at the bottom. So if we can just select main menu, footer menu, whatever it is. Very simple visual editor here, built specifically for you to progressively enhance your website as you see fit, or just leave it as the default settings. But you should go through and read through all the content to make sure it's familiar to your customers, it's the voice you want. Branding's a big part of that. So CTCs and plans, again, you can control the pricing for all your backup plans. So you just come in and we'll put these in here for you, and then all you have to do is set the pricing. So you would just say, okay, well, we want, right now we have 200 gigs server backup plan annual for $2,400 a year. Let's say we want to change that to be, an even 25, just for numbers' sake, or $24.99. People like to do that. Well, that's a lot. So we go and hit